Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Tuesday, the 27th day of September, 2022, Tuesday of the 26th week of the year. But today we also celebrate the memorial of St. Vincent de Paul, the founder of the Vincentians, the Congregation of the Mission, whose lives are dedicated, whose mission is dedicated to helping the poor, the downtrodden, those in desperate need, those who have no one else to turn to. Vincent de Paul lives at the end of the 15th century, the 16th century, end of the 1500s into the 1600s, dies in 1660, I think it is. So during his lifetime, the troubles of the Reformation and everything else that unfortunately unleashed was in his lifetime, as well as the 30 Years' War, leaving many people destitute and poor, and destroying many lives. And so Vincent dedicates himself and the other members of the Congregation of the Mission to be able to help them. The Daughters of Charity of St. Vincent de Paul are also kind of founded through his work, and then together trying to better the life and the welfare of people. Today is also my sister's birthday. Happy birthday, Joanne. So coming to you today from one of our major playgrounds here at St. Francis, at the Franciscan School. I have not been here in a while, so this is our major playground at the Franciscan School. Our readings for today, again, there are special readings for St. Vincent de Paul if you are celebrating in particular his day, but the daily readings today continue with the story of Job. Now, again, the whole idea, life is bad for Job, and Job should basically blame God for it, like everybody usually does. When life is bad, it's God's fault. And so curse God, die, what have you. Job does not do that. Job will ask something of God later on, but in this snippet of the narrative, we have Job basically cursing himself. In the day that he was born, he must have done something that had angered God to take away everything that he had. And so this kind of monologue that Job begins to give about how we should appreciate what we have before it is taken away, and that we should revel in all these kinds of things because they are fleeting and they may not be of any value soon. And again, Job, unfortunately cursing the day that he was born, because obviously these things that he did not appreciate enough is the reason why they were taken away from him. Again, it's a very interesting kind of turn that Job makes. It is not, though, where Job lands in the end. We will continue to hear his narrative unfold as we go through the rest of the week. But again, the whole idea of when bad things happen to us, what do we do, especially as people of faith? Blame God, blame ourselves, or try to see something that can lead us out of that, something that can lead us through these difficult and trying times that we experience. To wallow in self-pity, which again, Job may be doing at this point in time, is never helpful. It does not lead us anywhere. It keeps us locked in this time and in this place of distortion and disorder. And that is not what God desires. That's not what God wants from us. So again, this interesting quest and journey that Job is on is meant to open up his horizon to what it means and try to understand who it is that this God is that has drawn him into relationship, and yet who has led him into this place of difficulty and trial. In Luke's gospel, Jesus is setting on the road to Jerusalem as we move towards the end of Luke's gospel into his crucifixion and resurrection. And as he does so, leaving through Nazareth, he goes through a Samaritan town. Again, Samaritans don't have much to do with Jews because Samaritans intermingled with other peoples and distorted the bloodline, all those other kinds of things like that. And so they do not welcome Jesus or the apostles into the town. The apostles' response to that is call down hellfire upon them. Why not? Because the apostles don't know what the heck they're doing. So Jesus basically turns around and rebukes them, the apostles, for thinking in such a way. Again, Jesus is not misled or not stopped in any way. Jesus does not want to call down punishment upon these Samaritans for not welcoming him. Again, they are people who themselves have dealt with a lot of oppression and a lot of difficulty, sometimes at the hands of their brother and sister Jews. And Samaritans have also been the antagonists, in this. And basically making matters worse is not a way to resolve this. John's gospel will show that there is an inroad given to the Samaritans that basically begins to transform their understanding understandings of themselves and other Jewish brothers and sisters. Luke only hints at that. But the fact that Jesus does not want to repay unkindness with even greater unkindness, again, is another sign of what he has come to do and what he has been asking, what he asks us to do. When people do not agree with us or people do not welcome us, we are not basically to set out a punishment upon them or anything like that. We are basically supposed to keep on our way and hopeful that those who did not welcome us may welcome us back in the future. And may the Lord give you his peace.